Hello and Happy New Year to all my R2D2 build watchers. I hope you had a really good holiday. I hope you had a really good New Year's celebration. And for those of you who have birthdays around the same time as mine, I hope you had a really good birthday as well. I had a good all three. I had a really good break. It was nice to take some time off. But I am back now with the next part of R2D2. And we are back with an absolutely killer part. A part that is just beautiful. I'm not showing it here. You may notice that issue 51 is missing a part. I will get onto it a little later on, but for those of you who know what's coming up, you know how amazing this part is and how much we've been waiting for it. But before we look at that part, we do need to look at issue 50 and the parts that come with it, which include these parts here, which make up the next wheel for the leg of the R2D2 that we're building at the moment. So what you need to do, you need to get this part with these tubes there, and you just line up the tubes with the holes and just push them through. 3, 4. There we go. So just push them through there, and they do stick up slightly as well, and on that side creates a nice finish there. And then we get the smooth side facing outwards, and once again we just line up these 4 holes with these screws, with these tubes even, like that, and then we just screw these parts in to secure the wheel. And that is the wheel all finished, as you can see here. I've got a bit of my fingerprints all over it, but yeah, it's all screwed in and it's through there. It's nice and secure, and it rolls, and it's ready to be installed onto the leg, but not this time. This will come in a later video. Now moving on to the next part that we get in issue 50, and it is this part here, which I'll just take out of its casing. It is made of metal and it is blue, and it is one of the segments for the dome. Now we get this part first, and of course it needs to go into something. So in issue 51, we get given the dome. Going to need to zoom out. Look at that. As you can see here, issue 51, R2D2's dome, all in one. Just take it out here and just take it out of its polystyrene protection. And here it is. Gorgeous metal piece, just one piece. And this blue line is painted in. I did have a thorough search around mine and I couldn't find any marks or scratches or anything like that. There may be some fingerprints on it now that I'm holding it, but I hope you can agree it is absolutely stunning. I love the way that it catches the light. I love this brushed stainless steel effect. You're going to need to clean it when all these panels go in. And that's exactly what we're going to do now. We're going to start installing the blue panels that fill in all these gaps here. So if we go back to the part we get in issue 50, make sure I just didn't scratch that. Also keep the packaging, because you can put this onto the skeleton framework of the dome if you want to, but it doesn't sit there very well at the moment because you haven't screwed it in properly. So it is a little loose, and I feel that it might get warped over time. So definitely keep the packaging to keep this secure, and then also keep this bit so that it doesn't scratch, because as you can see, there's a lot of panels to go on and we've only got the one now, so it's going to be at least 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, about 10 weeks before we finish off the dome in its entirety, maybe even longer if these are individually packaged as well. So make sure you keep the packaging to one side and keep that safe. And then we'll move on to the first of the panels, which goes into this slot here. So as I said before, it is made of metal. It's DP16 there, and it is a really nice matted blue finish. And if I just show you what to do, you'll see that there is there's thin plastic, and then it goes up a notch, so you get this silver outline as well. The flat part, of course, stays on the inside, and then this silver part pops through the outside like that. And it will look like that when it's all installed. Actually, I haven't actually stuck it down, and it is held together quite well. But they do give you some sticky tape, double-sided tape, so that you can stick it in. In fact, what I'm going to do is I'm going to put some soft material down so that I don't scratch the dome. Be right back. And here we have a softer surface so that the dome doesn't get scratched up while we do this. So the panel that we need to look at is this panel here. I'm just going to zoom in to it here, and it's going to roll away. Let it do that. With issue 50, you get these 2 strands of double-sided sticky tape, as you can see here, and what you need to do is just peel it off. What do you need to do? Hold on just a second. Okay, so one side is this blue part, which you just peel away there, and then you attach it just to the bottom or the top of this area, which I just put in there like that, and then you just peel away the brown part, and it doesn't come up. I need to get this right because we're going to be doing a lot of this. There we go. Come on. Come on. There we go. You see it's left some tape behind there. You do exactly the same with this one. Just put it at the top. Yeah, here's this one. Just on there like that. And then peel it away. Like that. So you have 2 pieces of tape. Is that tape in the top one? No. Nope, there's no tape in the top one. It didn't actually come off. So make sure that that is pushed down. Yeah, the tape is left behind that time, I think. No, it's not. Wow, okay. Remember, I make mistakes so you don't have to. That is overlapping a bit. So let's just... Okay. Push it down so it is stuck on. Let's start peeling back the brown. There we go. That tape is still not left. Wow, okay. Right, so this is proven to be fiddlier than I thought it would, or hoped it would as well. So I just peeled it off there before I stuck it on. Then we stick it on. And hopefully that will just peel away now. Yes. Sort of. This isn't the easiest thing to do. Maybe it is and I'm just making a hash out of it. Sorry for knocking the camera. Because it's not the stickiest tape in the world. Oh, come on. I'm also being super careful because I don't want to damage the actual dome by doing this. Especially as it's not an essential part. And the reason I say that is because... Let's just pop this in. The reason I say that it's not an essential part is because the sticky tape, which has gone over now, I wonder if it'd be easier just to put it on this side. Just there like that. Maybe. And then okay. And then that's sort of held into place. It's held into place less well than it was held in place last time. Why is that? Okay, I'm just going to fiddle with this off camera. Be right back. Right, so after all that faffing, I finally managed to get it stuck in. It really shouldn't be that much of a faff. And the annoying thing is, it's not an essential part to do this. And let me explain why I say that. If I bring in the framework of the dome here and zoom out and get it aligned so that the eyepiece goes over there, you see it is quite a tight fit. And the framework of the underside of the dome will stop that being pushed out when it is all in securely. And just to show you how it does securely go in, it just tabs into this in the top there, and you see it's on there like that. And you can't really push that. We can push that a little bit actually. I have made that top bit a little bit loose. So you do need to stick it down with something, which is why they give the tape, because there is probably, a few millimeter gap there. But that is the first of the blue panels put in. I'm going to do a little bit more off camera so that it is in a tad more securely than it is now. Let me know in the comments down below if you've had issues with the double-sided tape and what you have done with your panel. Have you put a little bit of super glue or something? Or, how have you attached it? But yeah, that is what the dome looks like with the framework, which is pretty awesome, as you can see. And all these are going to be panelled up in time, but for now I'm going to leave those two parts separate and put this dome back on its casing to preserve the shape, and so that actually has time to stick, because this polystyrene pushes right against that so it doesn't wobble. So yeah, that is issue 51. It is a tad more fiddly than I hoped with the double-sided tape. But as I say, there's going to be lots of times that we are going to be doing that from now on. So we'll get better over time. But yeah, just I haven't gushed about this enough. Look at this dome. Look how gorgeous it is. R2D2's face is what we have essentially here. Yeah, I'm very, very excited. I'm looking forward to getting to work on the middle part now, because we have the head and we have 1.5 legs, and very exciting. So for me, the end is in sight for R2D2. We've still got the rest of the year to do the body and to finish off the dome, but it is starting to look like that lovable droid that we all love. So yeah, that is very exciting for me to start the new year on such a high. And I hope you have enjoyed this video. If you have, let me know, and I will see you next week, because I'm playing catch up because of the weeks that I had off as a holiday. So next week on the Saturday is the next R2D2 video. So I hope you will join me for that. Until then guys, take care. Bye bye.